People pleasers, people who, for some reason, are deathly afraid of disagreeing with other people who need to be right or to give the other person right all the time, people who can't speak their mind, people who are so afraid of getting called out for their opinions that they concede every single time. You know how fake and artificial that is. And do you see how many people are like that pretty much across the entire world all the time, especially exacerbated by the rise of social media? Because people, well, I don't really know why that is. I do believe it is because people simply are that they're afraid. The world's gotten so small now. Everyone needs to have an opinion on anything. And if it's not black, it's white. It can't be gray. It can't be in the middle. And so people need to choose one side. And most people, instead of standing firm in their beliefs, actually choose to be people pleasers. I find them fake. And this actually reminds me of a very insignificant incident really in my life, but that set a deep dent, or that put rather a deep dent in my personal development. So during the later years of my elementary school years, or during the later part really of my elementary and middle school years, I didn't have any friends, I didn't have any pals, I didn't have any buddies to hang out with. So I sort of like went around and hunted for new guys to hang out with at school. And so I found this group of guys. They were into mechanics, cars, motorcycles, snowmobiles, both driving them, repairing them, fixing them, all sorts engines, basically. I really didn't care one iota about engines and cars and motorcycles and all that kind of crap, really. If anything, I kind of disliked it a little bit. But this was just me trying to fit in. And so what did I do? I just started hanging out with this gang, and everything they said I would agree with. Thinking back about how I must have been perceived, it's so cringe. I would have cringed just by thinking about it. Oh, I like this. Oh, I like that. Oh, yeah, I like both. I'm like, you can't like both. Oh, but I do. It was so silly and it was so dumb. Anyway, so one day, because this gang was part of a different class than I, so we were in separate classrooms. So during one break, I left my classroom. I walked over upstairs because these people had their classroom in a different floor. And so on my way up to the second floor, or whatever it was, might have been third floor. I think it was the second floor. I meet the gang, the group. They just pass me by. And so I pretend like I'm not there to hang out with them, of course, but that I had another errand going on. Well, of course, that was a lie. I mean, I'm 13, 14, whatever. And so the leader of the group gives me this look, as in, can't you just leave us alone this one time, please? Right? And the message was received. After that incident, I just stopped cold turkey hanging out with them. I just started hanging out by myself in the classroom. I started reading magazines, I started reading books, started drawing, I started doing all sorts of shit because I didn't have anybody else to hang out with. And yeah, it was, and it might have seemed very brutal at that time, but basically it was what I needed to sort of like start this introspection and start analyzing myself and figure out that, hey, this behavior of trying to fit in, of trying to please other people, it's just fake, it's manufactured, it's artificial. They can sense it. They don't appreciate it. You know how annoying pleasers are, right? And if it's one thing that they're not, and now we're getting somewhere, they're not persuasive, and they can't sell you on their ideas because you look right through their act. And so basically, if you want to make more money, if you want to scale your business, if you want to increase sales, then you need to stand for something. You can't be lukewarm. You need to push away some people and attract others. That's the name of the game, right?